There you go, beautiful. Deep breath. You're doing great. One more. Let it go. There you go, let it go.
Oh. Who are you? What are you doing in my back? Wow, the heat coming off your back now. Woo! Cook something. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I haven't felt movement there in a long time. Oh.
Relax, relax. There you go. There you go.
Is it just the lower back? Do you feel any numbness down the legs? Do you feel any symptoms down the legs?
I do get numbness down my legs. I have trouble standing sometimes and walking. It depends. Like right now, the pain is very manageable. Like I say, it doesn't hurt, but I'm just controlling it. You know what I mean? It's,
I understand.
Yeah. So
where is that pain when you feel like it gets the worst? Where
in my lower back, especially. Yeah.
Okay.
In the middle of the lower back, like L4, L5, probably
Gotcha.
around that part.
Is there anything in the legs that's currently numb? Do you feel any numbness right now?
Not particularly in my legs, my like hips, yeah, but
Like right now, it feels a little
Yeah,
numb.
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
on both sides.
Mhm.
Is there any shooting pain down the leg? Like today, have you felt anything today going down the legs? Like you even driving here or just getting?
He drove for me, my partner, but
Okay.
no, my legs are right at the moment.
Okay, this is the side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is the L4 disc.
Yeah.
This is the white is water. So on the MRI, all the rest of these guys are white up here. There's two discs that are
Mhm.
bulging / herniating.
Mhm.
The overhead shot is this guy. So that's where this line is.
Mhm.
So we're taking a cross section of you, and we can see it's a central. That would be this right here.
Yeah.
So that's the spinous, and then this is the overhead shot. So that little dip there in the midline, that's what's going to cause the numbness. Is the actual spinal cord has no sensation, and so when that disc hits the spinal cord, it can damage the spinal cord, and that's what can create some numbness down your leg. So what we want to do is we want to get the weight off of the front part of your spine. So a couple things are going on. One, part of your spine is doing too much work, which allowed this area to age at a faster rate. The alignment is such where, notice there's a lot of curve right below.
Yeah.
So you have too much curve at the bottom and then almost no curve in the middle lower back. So curve, it can't be created or destroyed, just changes places. So we have a transference of excessive, what we call hyperextension at L5, and then hypolordosis or loss of curve in the middle and upper lumbar. So we want that curve to be evenly spread. Because there's no curve, there's too much weight on the disc, and that's what's allowed it to extrude out and starting to hit the spinal cord. So getting the alignment better, taking the stress off those discs, and then also to loosen the areas that are not injured. So it's harder to see on this picture, but a lot of the discs in your spine are not injured. So I know a lot of the medical world and chiropractic world focuses on the injured areas, and I want to give you some good news that most of your spine, at least 80-90% of what I can see on here, is young.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
You can live a long, healthy life,
Yeah.
but we have to stop continually stressing out that one area. With mechanics of the spine, it's not under conscious control where your body bends. It's not like you can choose to stop bending somewhere. It's based on a volunteer system. So if that's the loosest part of your spine, that's the one that you're going to keep, like almost like a tooth in your mouth, like your favorite teeth to chew on. We need to teach you how to, first of all, identify the other teeth in your mouth that are there, and then to stop chewing on the ones that are injured. Just bending and twisting around, does it anything make it worse, like say tilting or?
Oh yeah, it gets uncomfortable. My back, like doing this is uncomfortable. Twisting my head and neck is uncomfortable.
Does the neck make that hurt, or does the neck hurt separately?
It's both. It's like twisting my neck. I can feel it in my back, and then twisting my back. It's like all connected. Everything is stiff, and I don't have a lot of movement. It's
even when I was just watching you rotate.
Yeah, it's
your body. You're turning.
Yeah. I'm turning my whole body.
And you're actually recruiting your back vertebrae to assist in turning your head,
Yeah.
and that torments the heck out of your chest.
Yeah.
It's going to make a lot of inflammation and pain in there. You're a little off to the side. So when you have a disc injury, your body's going to start shifting things around, trying to find relief. Like your left hip's a little high. Your head's off to the right. What's going on is that your body will try to compensate, and a lot of chiropractors will sometimes directly want to undo the compensations. I don't treat that way. The body intelligently, if you're pinching a nerve, your body will, you understand, try to move and fidget things around. The way we fix it is we fix the posture in terms of getting your body upright. Look straight forward, you're fine. Okay, you're fine. So we're dealing with about 2 inches forward. Your head is forward from your shoulders. That, what's your daily life look like? Are you driving a lot or a desk work, or what's your daily
A
posture?
lot of desk work, a lot of looking down a lot, yeah.
Okay.
So I've noticed that my neck has gone forward, and over the years that's become worse too, where it feels like it's putting a strain on my back and my entire body. It's like going this.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's an easy, even when we're growing as kids and in school, we spend a predominant amount of time forward, and real simple thing you can see is when your body, when your head goes forward, your middle back gets tense. Do you feel that is all tense now? It's supposed to be, you understand, not so stiff in here.
Yeah.
So when your head goes forward, your middle back gets tense. When your middle back gets tense, your lower back overstresses. So we're going to work on your neck also a lot today because it's a big piece of why even your left disc is injured. All right, bend both the knees for me.
Okay.
Just going to go through your spine.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure all the young ones are moving.
Sure.
All right, take a deep breath in for me, and then we'll sit up. Head back for me. Let all the air out. There you go. Let it go. I got you. Here we go. There we go. Deep breath in. I got you. We'll sit up. And then exhale. Head back. It's okay. Here we go. Exhale. There you go. Beautiful. Deep breath. You're doing great. One more. Let it go. There you go. Let it go. Oh, yeah. Give that a second. So, what we want, you did good, yeah.
Yeah.
What we want is that area to be, well, aren't you happy yet it moved? Well,
Yeah.
there was some resistance. You understand? It should be moving effortlessly. And if the middle back is moving effortlessly, well, first of all, that injury I just saw in your MRI wouldn't be there, right? In order for that to happen, the chest must be underperforming to allow this to be overextended. Does that make sense? To be
it does.
overstressed. So I look at the areas adjacent or around the injured areas, the 2 discs that I see that are injured, as the ones responsible for allowing that area to be overstressed. Take a deep breath in. I got you. Exhale. It's okay. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. Good. Good, 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 good. I got you. Breathe. Breathe in. Exhale. There you go. Beautiful. Other side for me. Very good. Just in case you're out of town or whatever, somebody else wants to work on you, really be careful with anybody wanting to adjust this. So remember, there's those disc injuries. The disc itself is made up of 2 materials. There's a nucleus, and then there's like something called the annulus that wraps the center core. The annulus is like, kind of like skin or like collagen. You understand? It can tear, like our skin can get a cut on it. So if there's cuts on your skin, it's never really a good idea to be poking on them, right? So if you have disc injury in here, it's never really a good idea to go in there and start manipulating them, right?
Yeah.
So what is the purpose of the adjustment? Why are we doing this twist thing? We're trying to, if you notice when I push up here, right? I'm trying to loosen this, and I'm trying to loosen below. So above and below the aggravated discs are what I'm interested in trying to transfer the stress off. But just some chiropractor one day wants to go in there, I'm going to adjust your L4.
Just
go,
that.
why do you want to do that?
Yeah.
My guy in Sarasota said there's a disc injury in there, and is it a good idea to be manipulating it? Just food for thought. Some guys really want to adjust it. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
All right, deep breath in. Exhale. There we go. Above here. Perfect. Good. Breathe in and easy. I got you. Good. All right, good. You did great. Face up for me. You did great. Let me see here. Yeah, even laying down, everything's in guard mode here. Any car accidents in the last 10, 15 years? Any?
Not car accidents. I've been on my bike, and I've had a few bike accidents
Bike
falling off
accidents?
of my bike. Yeah. And
Big knot here on the right side of your neck.
yeah.
Just trying to see what's...
I used to work in call centers for years too, so I'd be
Phones?
stuck in, exactly,
Gotcha.
on the computer.
All right. Get an idea of what happened in here.
Yeah, I'm sure you feel it.
Somebody put some bombs in here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
That's what I'm doing.
I got you. Easy.
Ah.
There you go. I got you. Relax here.
Ah.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you found me. It's found me on Instagram or YouTube first.
I found you on YouTube.
YouTube, awesome. Well, you think about like when your body tells you to stop and you have to like keep going,
Yeah.
right? I call that abuse, right? You know, sometimes it's necessary. Like when I was at Disney World with 2 children, and one child's in the stroller, one child's sleeping on my shoulder, right? And we're waiting 2 hours to get on the monorail to get out of Disney, and my shoulder says, "Drop the kid, drop him, just lay him in the grass. Don't keep holding him." And I'm like, "Shut up, shoulder," right? And
Yeah.
the next morning I wake up and my shoulder's killing me, and I'm like, my shoulder's like, "Yeah, you remember me? I told you to drop the kid." Right, so it's abuse, right? My body told me to stop, and I said, "Shut up." And so
It's like I'm not stopping. It's like trying to adjust to it. It's not
Right.
solving the problem. It's just like making compensation.
that's
for it.
right. Your body's like, "Okay, I'll move it over here now, or I'm going to lock this down." And then our body sometimes doesn't go back to where it was before whatever the abuse was. It says, "Well, you might do it again."
I noticed it with my posture. It's like the posture is
Right.
it's compounding.
Right. These knots down here, though, on the other
Yeah.
way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like I don't even notice nowadays like the pain. Like I mentioned, it's like on a good day, it's like I'm in pain, but you've gotten so used to it. It's,
I'm sorry.
You don't even notice.
Yeah.
And then when it's bad, it's really bad. And
Right. Yeah. It took chiropractors 102 years to understand that stretching is how posture's changed. So it's unfortunate. There are a lot of chiropractors teaching and still teaching the idea that adjustments change posture, and I wish it were true, but it's the same thing that made our posture worse is the same way we fix it. So it was sitting and stretching and looking down for hours that took us out of the right alignment, and it's stretching in the opposite manner that restores it. So your neck belongs curved like this. I know. We have to get your neck used to being arched again. How do you stop a muscle from growing? Stop stressing out the muscle. How do you stop a bone from growing? Stop stressing out the joint. And that's where chiropractic can come in. I'm going to try to teach you and give you some tools to learn how to take care of your own spine. The GUA SHA is a way that they figured out that you can just comb the tissue and it brings blood in. When there's lactic acid or inflammation trapped in the tissue, it comes out as a little mark. And like right here, there's already a mark coming out. It's pretty gentle. You're not trying to go crazy. You just
no, it feels fine.
Yeah, just do. But internally, when there's an injury, right there, it'll come out. This is like one of the oldest ways of trying to, help people heal. Really, blood flow. Blood brings nutrients in, takes the waste out. That's really how your body heals. Is, it doesn't really heal; it replaces. So new stuff's made, the old stuff is removed. Right there in your deltoid, you got some right in there. How long you lived in Lakeland? How long you been?
I've lived in Lakeland about 13 years.
All right.
I lived all over prior to that. Illinois, Ohio, Maryland.
Maryland, okay. My parents are
yeah.
from Baltimore, so okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Newmarket, Frederick area.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Used to go up to Ocean City in the summer when I was a kid a lot.
Oh yeah, I used to go there when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm. The boardwalk.
I got when my L4 and L5, I got herniated. It's when I was doing stretches actually. Is when it
First felt it.
Yeah, when I first felt it, and so I've cut back a bit. But even still, like I said, I try to every day to try to help my movement and.
Yeah, we're like I said, most of your spine is young, and that's the good news is that we got to bring those workers back onto the stage, get those areas working, and it's not under conscious control. It has to be done kind of outside in, objectively, and then you can maintain it through stretching. And that's what we'll try to give you at the end. And when you're laying flat on the table, I mean it's quite significant. The left middle part of your back. Sometimes I have to stand where my wife's standing to see it, but this left side is so elevated. What this will do is it throws the work to the right side. So essentially you're in left avoidance, left middle back stiffness. This is why the left hip was high. You're all jammed up right here. This is what's pulling your left hip up. But it's happening ultimately because of the lower back being overstressed, and then your body's trying to fidget and move things around. So
that's what it constantly feels like, compensation for it.
That will go away when there's no longer a need for it to happen. Your body, we have to take the stress off your lower back. The lower back starts to calm down. Like it can work 6 hours or 8 hours. You understand? It just can't work 14 hours anymore.
Yeah.
It can handle, a moderate level of stress. It just can't be. It needs a break, and that's what we're going to introduce it today. We need
Need a little vacation.
Right. We're going to give it a little vacation, and then it can handle, regular shift. It just can't be doing overtime and everybody else's work. And yeah, right here, it's pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we're stretching in a minute, when we're stretching at home, you might feel like you're crooked on it, and that's because your back isn't level. So you understand, one side of your back is going to get more pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that necessarily that you're crooked on it; it's that your back isn't level.
Mm.
And then as you do that stretch more, your back will level, and then you won't feel like you're on it crooked. You understand?
Yeah.
It's once if I put a marble on your back, it'll roll off to the right, and it's
That's
going away.
severe, huh?
Right. It's at least when I first saw it by a half inch higher on the left. It's starting to go down though. It's definitely, what you're saying, responding.
Mm.
But yeah, all this in here is problematic. We got to get this moving. There you go. Yeah. These are the roots of the neck right here also. So these are the anchor points.
Oh, I definitely feel it.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Kind of call this coercion. I'm trying to hold the spine's hand and walk it across the street. We're going this way. We got to leave where we're at and go to a better place. We can't stay here. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. We got to get out of here.
I like where it's going. It's feeling better already.
Yeah. Doing good. Yeah, right here. Oh, right there. Mm-hmm. Feel those knots right there. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. This is the upper lumbar, the lower thoracic. Like I said, the vertebrae I could see on the MRIs that are 18 years old. They're not injured. They can handle some punishment. They can handle being, beat up a little bit. Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm. I've never had this done to this extent before, so it's really...
Yeah, yeah. Oh, eye-opening, exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the words.
I
It's like
didn't even know it was in there.
incredible.
Yeah, you don't know you don't feel the parts of your back that don't move.
Yeah.
So, the sensors are all based on motion. The mechanical sensors don't fire if an area is totally frozen. Yeah, you're doing good.
It's like coming back home, finding places I've forgotten about.
Right there. Oh, boy.
Yeah. I feel like I've been needing this my entire life.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Well, I got 4 kids. I'm trying to train them.
Oh.
It's not that it's not known. It's just I think we have to teach people to want to do it. You know, I think chiropractors don't. I don't know. They're not convinced that they need to want to do all this work. You know, so it's everything. When I go to the seminars, everything is so gadgeted nowadays. You know, lasers and machines and.
Technology.
And while it's not bad, it's just that
Yeah.
the focus has been shifted from chiro, which means hand, right? So chiropractor means hand practitioner, and so you see a lot of chiropractors, you know, rarely even working on people with their hands. Everything has become more automated, and it's not what BJ Palmer. It's not what it originally was meant to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They've tried that in the past, using machinery on me, using like decompression and stuff. And
Right.
It doesn't.
Right. It's not chiro. It's
Yeah.
really it's a.
I don't notice any difference. It's not helpful. So this is what I was looking for. Oh. There's definitely a few I didn't know about. The surprise would be.
Yeah, you don't you don't feel the vertebrae that don't work.
Yeah.
Until I ask him to. Oh, I didn't realize
This
there was,
side especially.
I didn't realize somebody was sleeping in that closet over there. Who are you? Oh,
Feels like parts are moving in there.
I quote Princess Bride too much.
Yeah.
You know, who are you? No one of consequence. I must know. Get used to disappointment. Okay. Who are you? What are you doing in my back?
I have no idea.
That's right.
Oh, that feels nice.
Mm-hmm. It's all right here on this left side. It's like for every, I'm going to say really, really overworked area, there has to be an equally really, really underworked area, right? And the most benefit is in identifying where is the stiffest part of your back, right? Who is the most opposite of this, right? And that's this. That's what I mean by, that's why you see me focusing up here, because there's kind of all the other vertebrae that aren't injured are somewhat responsible, but there's still one vertebrae that's like more in terms of the oldest injury or the longest that's been stiff. You know,
Yeah.
most responsible for offloading the burden to your L3 and L4, and that's up here, right there. That's where it is. Yeah, you definitely tilt them to the right. This is
Yeah.
there's an old injury that happened here on the left side that your body healed over to the right, and then as a result of healing over to the right side was doing 60-40. You know, it was doing more than it was supposed to do, and the left side was like, this is great, life is great, we're doing less than we're supposed to be handling. And so the left side didn't complain, the right side's now complaining because it's saying, hey,
They're doing it. All
I'm
the
doing
work.
more work than I'm supposed to be handling over here. I'm kind of upset about this. Part of this is because you've been using your thoracic cage to help you turn. These joints, the rib head joints, are a little upset. You've got them doing more than what they're supposed to be doing. So
Imagine.
there's a lot of inflammation along the rib heads. Wow, the heat coming off your back now. Woo! You cook something.
Oh, I feel it.
No, that's good. Your body's. It's like shining a spotlight on areas. Sometimes the body's like, it's like not top priority until we go in here and move it to the top of the queue. You know, we bring it to top priority. Because the body was like, yeah, I'll do it when I get around to it. You know, and it's like, no, you're doing it now. I want you to take care of this now and stop procrastinating.
Put it on the spot, get it
Right,
resolved.
yeah. This is what we were trying to adjust on your side. This is the top of the sacroiliac joint. We're just trying to loosen this joint up a
I
little bit.
definitely feel it there.
Yeah.
You know,
Sitting locks this joint. This is a tough joint to keep loose on your own. To some degree, you need somebody working on it, you know, but it's there are things we can do to, you know, minimize the amount that it gets stiff when we sit. We can put some devices behind our middle back to keep some arch in our back. The more arch we have, the less this gets stiff. But so all the muscles in here, these muscles are controlled by the same nerve that the discs are influencing, right? So sometimes these muscles will get tight because the nerve is upset in your lower back. And so if practitioners only work on the glute, but they don't alleviate the pressure on the nerve, do you understand? It's kind of a dead end road.
yeah.
We want to, that doesn't mean that we can't work on the glute. It doesn't mean that we can't get benefit by, I'm not saying don't work on the glute, but we have to do it in concert and with taking stress off the lower back. If we don't take the stress off the lower back, then good luck.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think he was going to find it.
You found it.
The closer we get you to the right alignment and the mobility, the marks won't be there. The marks are the evidence of the restriction. They come out when there's been stagnation
Oh, there is, especially.
from
yeah.
life and injuries and yada, yada, yada. But my point is that if we can, you know, brush your teeth a little bit, there'll be less plaque on your teeth. The plaque buildup is because nobody told me how to brush it.
Yeah, it feels all calcified, like it's a
Right.
solid one piece.
Good. Just a little greedy chiropractor. See if I get some more. Okay, good. All right. There you go.
That's a crazy feeling.
That knot right there on the left
Yeah.
side. Yeah. See how the right? It's like, I mean, it's smaller. It's there, but
Not like.
my goodness, what? It's this left side.
It's like night and day.
That's what I'm gonna try to teach you in a minute. To put some, we're trying to angulate and pressure right there. All right. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what that knot is on that left
I
side.
could feel it. I could feel it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, good. Okay.
Oh.
I'm a greedy chiropractor. Jam these joints. This is, see the difference between your left and right foot?
Yeah.
This is why you like to stand on this foot too much. That's why these joints are jammed. Because you favor, you're in left avoidance, right?
Yeah.
So when you're standing, you favor the right leg.
I see.
And so when there's too much weight on the toes for too long a period of time, they get jammed together. And that's why these toes, for the most part, were felt loose and moving. And these guys, these specifically, this guy right here.
I take it all.
Right. Is it
All the
favorite toes to stand on right here?
Mm.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, I haven't felt movement there in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
fine.
yeah, no, yeah, it's like that all the time.
So why is it so clunky?
Look at him saying he's got to get his shoulder back. What happens is he's.
I'm assuming my neck and
Yes,
all this,
yes.
yeah.
You put the hand in the
I'm
hip
too
joint.
far forward.
Let's try to bring this. Bring your elbow back into my elbow here. Press back. So you're gonna press backwards into my elbow.
Okay.
There we go. Keep pushing. Push. Here you go. Right. Put your hand right there.
Okay.
Perfect. Elbow back. Push your elbow back. It's okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and tilt your left. Tilt left for me. Tilt left. There we go. And go ahead and tilt to the left for me. Oh yeah. What the heck was that? All right. Go ahead and tilt right. Let me tilt right. Little clicks.
Yeah.
This guy. Go ahead and tilt to the right for me. All right, nothing's relaxed. There you go. There we go. Fun stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh. Relax your arm, relax. There you go. There you go. Good. Go try again.
But it's not this one, it's just.
You got scar tissue in there. There's
Yeah.
some, like I said, this is part of it is that we again, as we bring your shoulder back, I think a lot of this tension went in here. See, a lot of this, because the shoulder's forward,
Yeah.
these muscles are tighter. Then when you move your shoulder, you're able to pop them over the bones and scapula underneath.
I can feel it.
If we get the shoulder back, they're like playing a tug of war. Your pec pulls your shoulder forward.
Yeah.
Your rhomboids and your back muscles, pull it back. So if the pec is too tight, these guys lose, and they're getting pulled into the mud. They're losing the tug of war.
I see.
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
There you go. Easy, easy. We'll start easy. Bend the knees for me if you can, if it's not too difficult. There we go.
Yeah.
I put you on a smaller version of this, but the idea is the same. They made a piece of foam that looks like my thumb, right, or my elbow, and it's a portable orthotic to mold the ellipse back into your lumbar. That arch, that we're trying to use this right on that spot that I was mashing on. I think we're a little bit higher than it right now, but that's okay. But we want to use this as an emulator. Does that make sense? To put this on that lump, on that part of your back that's unlevel.
Yeah.
Especially that left side. Try to see if you can bring your arms up. Let's try. So try to bring your arms if you can. Get the idea?
Yeah.
Right? You want to. Now, if it's too difficult, you can put your hands back on the belly, but you want to try to, eventually just relax your arms down. Does that make sense? Just and then like a clock, you can work all these angles. You want to work, you can have it over here. Does that make sense? You want to work all these angles where all of it is easy. You can't have I can do it here okay, and I can do it here okay, but right there is difficult.
Without feeling the restriction and the pain.
Correct.
Yeah.
You got to find where it's tough
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
and try to tackle for a minute, take a break, interweave it in your stretching. We need to start bringing your shoulders back. Again, if this was easy, you wouldn't have that clicking in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Right, the clicking in the shoulder is because, Ed, this hurts too much because your shoulder doesn't want to be where it's supposed to be. And it takes time through stretching. So the table work is to make your spine limber, to get the spine clean, moving, and then your job at home is to back me up and stretch. On your phone, whatever, just lay on your belly. You gotta start trying to arch back. I call this cobra pose in yoga, right? Trying to work on, and if it's too painful, don't go so far up.
Yeah.
But just trying to interweave in your life, not always spending your, you know.
Spending my time leaning forward. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all too
Mhm.
easy to just sit on the couch, feet up on the coffee table, and spend an
Yeah.
afternoon laptop. I have a lady's realtor. She just laptops, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I said, just there's no reason to come back in my office if you don't stop this.
Yeah.
None of this is gonna be able to undo the hours of stretching forward. So it's like losing weight. You can't just put good food in. You have to also take out the bad food, right? So it's things that we need to take out that you're doing that I didn't think were bad for me, and then yes, also broccoli.
At the same time.
Here's some good things
yeah.
for you, but it doesn't work if you keep eating Twinkies and tiramisu. And well, I thought it was healthy for me. Cookies are healthy. Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, how it feels. Turn your neck a little bit. See how that feels. What do you think?
Feels better, looser.
Yeah.
Not stiff, not calloused.
Yeah.
Say.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you again so
All
much.
right, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
You're
Awesome.
very
Be really
welcome.
good.